Hey guys, about to do another channel. So let me just establish the connection so we can see what the ancients have for us today. So just give me a couple seconds. We come here today to continue our conversation about energy. Each one of yous in this sector of time and space control your energy, which in turn creates your reality. You set forth different pathways in which you wanted to travel down in your life. You are a seed that is blossoming and growing. You have much help on this side, but it is up to you to make the choices. There is no right or wrong. Your lessons in this life are your self-taught lessons. You are a so-called God in your own reality. It is true that energies do cross at times that may not have been in your plans. That is part of the free will. But it is also anticipated before you come here in your lifetimes that you would encounter energy crossings. That is also part of your lessons on how you will overcome them. A curveball, as you may. But there is always guidance around you to help you, to guide you, using your intuition. You are on an individual learning path. One cannot help the world if one runs away from their lessons. Far too many times people look at helping others versus helping themselves. In this lifetime, you must put yourself first. And we do not mean that in a selfish way. We mean that in your mission when you came here was to work on oneself, to break the karmatic wheel, to raise your consciousness. One who runs away from their own demons, as you call them, continue the karmatic cycle. You must work on yourself. And then, once one continues to work on itself, you'll see the connection to others, how your lessons overflow to others, and those energies will attract people where you can in turn help. This sector is not easy to navigate. Many of you question, why do we come here, forgetting who we are? To raise the consciousness and vibration of this form, one must encounter obstacles. So those lessons are taught well. So when you enable the body of the complete human in all of its glory and running on its full function, it is quite a responsibility to have a human body, and most of you take it for granted. You treat your body treat your body as having no respect for it. Your body is the greatest thing that you can own. You must learn to harness the energy, the responsibility of your body, and learn its functions. This gift of full consciousness merged with the subconsciousness at one time in Atlantis and Lemuria in South America. Was at one time fully functional. But the human form was not ready. The synthesis of the soul to the human body did not meld well. Too many wars, destructions. Here on Maldek, Mars and Venus, and other planets in this sector showed that the synthesis of the soul and the human body in this dimension was not ready, and that the soul had to learn how to harness its energy. It is like putting a 5-year-old child in a sports car. The vehicle is ready, but the soul isn't ready. So in your terminology, until that soul becomes responsible for that vehicle instead of a sports car, it is going to be in a tricycle. In every dimension that you grow, you graduate to a different vehicle. Imagine a tricycle compared to a sports car. The gadgets, the power, the responsibility. One must learn how to take responsibility for one's own life and their vehicle before one can graduate to the next level. How do we do that in this world? One day at a time, one person at a time. It will not happen overnight, but it will eventually happen. There's too much help, too much guidance. Those who come here all end up in the karmatic wheel until one learns their lessons. We say to you, learn to love one another, forgive, lead a good life, a happy life. When you have service to others, which begins with thyself, all will flow. But the one message that everyone must understand is you create your reality. And too many people misinterpret that as, in the moment, I will control my thoughts and wish for more money, and then it happens. It does not happen that way. The lessons must be taught. Part of that saying is, before you come here, you set yourself up to learn certain lessons. That's why different energies are set in your astrological charts, so different energies can be activated and deactivated to kind of help ensure these events go in providing the lessons that are needed. You will be dealt cards as if in a poker game. You can't just fold that hand and ask for a new deck. You must play the cards that are dealt. how you play those cards. Is part of the co-creating of your reality. It doesn't mean you get a lifesaver out of that situation. It means you must go through the full cycle of it, and how you handle it is the creation of your reality. And it determines the evolution of your vibration as a soul. We leave you now. We hope that you fully understand the message that was given today. You need to work on yourselves. There are too many distractions with electronics that is set up to distract you. You are primed during a week to work 40 to 50 hours, come home to a family, sit in front of a TV, raise a family. There is no time for oneself to understand what's really going on, to take responsibility for yourself. You are like being sheep herded and steered without even knowing it. It is time to break away. It is time to take control of your life. The world is heading towards a robotic, electronic depopulation of the human form. You all are being primed to set up an infrastructure set for others to come. And you do not realize this. It is time to take responsibility for yourself and not lay your luck with your so-called governments who are corrupt. You were born into a system and bred in a school system that doesn't work. It teaches you enough just to operate the machines, but not to be a free thinker. The system as it is must be broken. We leave you now.